Good evening, or good afternoon, sorry. Welcome into the Bulldog Digital Network as we get set for a single game here on Saturday afternoon at Tennessee Wesleyan University in Athens, Tennessee. James L. Robb Gymnasium, Jared Wright bringing you this action here today once again as the St. Andrews University Knights make the trip over from Laurinburg, North Carolina to face off against the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs, who come in at the top of the AAC currently. Bulldogs are 5-0 on the season. The Knights come in on the other side 0-5. So the Bulldogs would be the heavy favorite. St. Andrews currently tied for 12th at the bottom of the conference standings, and Wesleyan tied with Union at the top. Wesleyan was a preseason 4th. St. Andrews was preseason 13th. So both teams kind of in the same area that a lot of people projected. Wesleyan is coming off a win here on Thursday night against Truett-McConnell, one that kind of went back and forth a little bit in terms of Wesleyan having a large enough lead but then giving it away, and battled down the stretch, avoided a buzzer beater at the end of the game that would have tied it up and sent it to overtime. And they came out victorious 76-74 against the Bears of Truett-McConnell. Elisha Mayberry led the team with 15 points. He also had 5 rebounds on the evening and 3 assists. Wesleyan had 18 team assists, and that has helped them kind of position themselves in the top of the conference as far as assisting per game at 15.8. A big night there. That was their second highest total. They had 24 assists on 40 made buckets on the road at Kentucky Christian back at the first of the month. So they are doing a great job of playing complementary basketball and sharing the ball around. Also in double figures for the Bulldogs on Thursday night was Ray Tyler with 14 points. Darius Rozier had 14 points as well. 11 points by Jonathan Webb and 10 points by Kobe Pride. So this series with St. Andrews, if you look back, this will be the 21st meeting between these two ball clubs going back to 2013. Wesleyan has the advantage 16-4 and are on a 4-game winning streak. They did have one canceled in 2021, but they did not play, so that could have potentially been the 5th or ended the streak before this point. But the Bulldogs are 8-1, winning by an average of 19 points here on their home floor. Only 5 games out of the series have been a one-possession game. Wesleyan has won it in double digits 11 different times, and they have won by 33 different times. And the last time these two teams met last year, Wesleyan approached the century mark. So they will be looking for some big points here today as well against St. Andrews and trying to continue their run here against St. Andrews. St. Andrews, again, they've lost every game they have played. They are coming off of road losses at Reinhardt 94-74, at CIU 76-57, and at Bryan 98-65, along with a loss at Montreat 94-78. So they are on their 5th straight road game here coming into this one. So we're going to take a short break and then be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. All right, let's run down the starting lineups real quick for you. For St. Andrews under Randy Hernandez in his 8th season, assisted by Randall Johnson in his 6th. They will start number 1, Garrett McRae, a 5'10 junior guard from Laurinburg, North Carolina, averaging 16.8 per game. Also number 2, Caleb Brown, 5'9 freshman point guard from Clio, South Carolina. Number 13, Caleb Montgomery, a 6'4 sophomore forward from Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 15, Tyvon Richardson, a 6'5 freshman guard from Georgetown, South Carolina. And 24, Alan Taylor, a 6'8 junior center from Lillington, North Carolina, averaging 4 points a game. On the other side for Ray Stone in his 5th season, assisted by Reggie Jackson in his 3rd, the Bulldogs will have out there number 3, Ray Tyler, the 6-foot sophomore guard from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, averaging 14.4 points per game. That's good for 15th in the conference. They will also start number 13, Elisha Mayberry, the 6'5 senior guard from Ball Ground, Georgia, averaging 14.8 points per game to go along with 8 rebounds per game. Puts him in 7th for rebounds per game and 12th in points per game. 20 points by, number 20, Peyton West, 6-foot sophomore guard from Monterey, Tennessee, averaging 6.6 per game. 22, Kobe Pride is a 6'9 sophomore center from Unionville, Tennessee, averaging 12 points a game, along with 5.2 rebounds per game. And number 30, Jonathan Webb, the 6'5 senior guard from Alcoa, Tennessee, averaging 13.8 points per game, and is ranked in the top of the 15, top 20 of the conference in most key categories. Bulldogs do have Ty Patterson dressed out. We've missed him the last several games that we've seen the Bulldogs play, so it's good to see Ty dressed out today. The last 2 meetings between these teams, again, go back a year ago this month, Wesleyan won at 106-73. They had 3 players in double figures that are still on this roster. 12 points by Mayberry and Patterson, 10 points by Rozier. And Wesleyan did a good job rebounding. 45-27 was their advantage rebounding. Shooting percentage, they were 60.6 from the field. So they do rank top in the conference, 51.3 this season. So they are keeping that going. 3-point percentage, they shot 50% from the field. St. Andrews has no returning players that were in double figures in that matchup. And so the tip goes to the Knights. In the second game last year, Patterson had a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Mayberry had 17.7 rebounds. And then Brody Clark had 11 points for the Knights as they missed their first attempt there by McRae. Now in transition, Webb's going to get Wesleyan on the board first with a quick score down the floor. So the Bulldogs in front early here. The Knights with it. Knights only had 7 players dressed last year. They have more this time. Now Mayberry gets a steal here along with Ray Tyler. Tyler gets it back on the right wing. Looking around, Pride at the high post. He'll give it right back to Ray Tyler, and they will set up the offense. Bulldogs looking to get started quickly. They started out on a 7-0 run Thursday night against Truett McConnell. Pride flips it near side to Tyler. Tyler looking. They want to get it to Pride down there. Now they do. Turning hook shot on the baseline, just short. And that one is corralled there by Alan Taylor underneath. Bulldogs looking to get their 3rd stop. And instead they're going to get a foul call. And this one's going to be on Ray Tyler, his first. Team first. And the first free throw is missed there by McRae. Again, talking about it a little bit in pregame, Bulldogs ranked first in the conference and really first in the nation in field goal percentage. Both free throws are missed there. West with the ball. They're 51.3% per game is their average. Now down low, Pride looking. Gets it out to Ray Tyler, going to take a 3 over the defender off the back iron. And Taylor has his 2nd rebound of the game. Now a drive here on the left side, and St. Andrews is going to knot it up on the drive by Richardson. Mayberry in the front court. Gets it off to Webb. Webb trying to make something happen. Mayberry driving baseline. Feeds out to West. West for 3. This one finds nothing but net. The Bulldogs take their lead right back. Now trying to answer back, and that's going to be an air ball there from McCray, or from Brown, sorry. Now West up and under, reverse no good. Rebound comes down to McCray, and he's going to push the pace, trying to get by Ray Tyler. Gets to the baseline, circles it back out. Brown now, and this pass is going to be deflected into the backcourt by Jonathan Webb. Takes the contact, and the layup is good. That's going to be a 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be the first foul on St. Andrews. That one was on Richardson. Richardson was a late addition to the roster on her sheet today with the freshman guard out there. Now it's Taylor with the ball out front. McCray with it. Bounce pass, it goes to Taylor, going to take the long two. Doesn't work. Mayberry pulls down the rebound for the Bulldogs. Wesleyan looking to extend this 6-point lead. Their largest of the game. Mayberry around the left side is good. Got through the traffic, converts the lay-in. Went all the way across. Now Brown trying to feed it down low to Taylor, matched up against Pride. Pride playing him strong, and they're going to give him a and-one opportunity. And so that's a second foul on Wesleyan, the first on Kobe Pride. And he misses the and-one opportunity. Ray Tyler will bring it across the time stripe. 6-point lead once again for the Bulldogs. Webb fakes the pass inside. Now gets it to Pride. Give and go, and a slam there by Jonathan Webb. Bulldogs looking to get another stop here defensively. Long two is off the mark by Montgomery. Feed down low to Pride. Gets his defender in the air, but couldn't get the shot off. Couldn't get around Taylor. High screen coming for Ray Tyler. Skip pass over to West. He'll take another three opportunity and drills it. Bulldogs into double figures on the lead. Now McCray inside. This one's thrown away. Webb with it in transition up to West. He tries to save it, but he's not able to. Steps out of bounds. And so the Bulldogs will have their first turnover. Brown left open, misses the three. Webb corrals it. Miss layup on the left side by Tyler. Pride gets the offensive board. Clear out. West going for another one. He's got three already. And so the St. Andrews wants to talk it over. We'll be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, St. Andrews taking that time out to talk it over and try to stop this run by Tennessee Wesleyan. They were up by 14 now after 3 made three-pointers by Peyton West. McCray looked like he shuffled his feet. No whistle there. He'll take the three, trying to answer back. Missed it. Mayberry gets another board. Ray Tyler calling it out. They'll reset the offense. Ty Patterson coming to the line. Peyton West, they're closing out on him quicker now. He's still going to take it over the defender and drills it. Peyton West, he's got 4 from behind the arc. There's a man on a mission right now. 17-point lead for the Bulldogs. This one's thrown away. So Patterson will enter for Wesleyan, number 0, 6'4" senior forward from Knoxville, Tennessee. Averaging 16 and a half. He's only gotten to play 2 of the 5 games this season. And then number 23, Darius Rozier, the 6'5" junior center from Manchester, Tennessee. So both of them posted up at the free throw line. They're trying to get something for Peyton West. And Brown is staying right there with him. He's going to pick up his first foul, though. Both teams with 2 fouls apiece. It'll be Ray Tyler to key it in underneath. Patterson gets the lob. Out to Webb. Webb thought about the 3. Instead, he'll pass it back out to Patterson. They're going to move the offense around. Ray Tyler gets free on the baseline. Nice little floater on the touch. And the Bulldogs correct the score there on the live stream for you. McCray inside, gets stuck, out to Brown. Brown now drives in and passes it right back out to McCray. Now Wesleyan in transition. West will head fake. Nice behind the back pass to Rozier, but the shot is too strong. Brown will circle around, wait on his teammates to catch up to him. Montgomery with it, hands off to McCray. McCray, fall away 2, no good. Rozier corrals it, gets it up to West. St. Andrews has a hole. Well, it looks like at least 4 guys coming in. Webb misses the 3 off the backside. Rozier pokes it away momentarily. And so that's going to allow St. Andrews to get a whole group of people in. Number 5 by Malone. And Ty Patterson's going to get into the 3-point shooting, puts Wesleyan back up by 20. Their largest of the ball game. Fall away, Malone has come in to the ball game, and he's made 2 straight baskets for the Knights. Now Wesleyan turns it over. McCray bounce pass. This one's blocked underneath. Wesleyan still playing good defense. McCray finally comes away with it. That was inside. Clark trying to get the bucket. Sincere Clark. Now Malone literally bounces it over the back of Darius Rozier. They're going to get Rozier with the foul, even though he had established position, and it was Malone just trying to get around. So it'll be Knight ball underneath. Feed in to Sincere Clark. He gets the lay in. So the second group of 4 coming in for St. Andrews is starting to show a little bit more offensively. 16-point lead, though, still for the Bulldogs. Being led by Peyton West with 12 points. He's got it on the right side. Feed into Patterson. Quick touch pass out to Jonathan Webb. 3 is off the back iron and skies for a miss. Now a drive here by Brody Clark. Fall away 2, no good. Rebound comes down to Cameron Montgomery, number 4 for Wesleyan. He checked in, 5'11" sophomore guard from Ottawa. Missed his substitution. Apologize to Cam. Webb Little head fake back to Rozier. Rozier now drives left side. Up and under and dishes it back out to West. Guess what? Peyton West has got another three-pointer. 29-10, Bulldogs in front. They've been in complete control. This one tapped out of bounds off the rebound by Wesleyan. Now feed to the high post, Malone. Fadeaway jumper by Malone, no good. Patterson corrals the rebound. Three-pointer by West is off the mark there. They finally got a hand in his face. McCray with it up the floor, sends it over to Carter. Carter working against West. McCray will back it up. Inside, Malone gets through double team. And able to cut into this deficit. Left side, West gets ran over by Malone. They finally get the foul called. That's a team third. Webb will come out, and number 15, Zaylin Callahan, will check in for the Bulldogs. 6'1" freshman guard from Powder Springs, Georgia. West inbounds it to Rozier. Rozier working against Malone, goes up, little sky hook, gets the roll over the front of the rim. I will catch up to the scoreboard here on the live stream. Apologize for that. Left side, Brody Clark with it. Now Mill Malone thought about the three, trying to get by Patterson. He's double teamed, cut off, and that's going to be a travel. Yep. He faked the pass out into the corner to Carter, but took an extra step. Patterson and Montgomery kind of got him tied up out there. West will call it out. Montgomery, far side of the floor, gets it deeper into the corner to Rozier, back up top of the key to Patterson. He's going to take the triple. Ty Patterson drills it. And the Bulldogs knock down another three-pointer. They are lighting it up from outside today. Largest lead of the game right there at 22. And this one's going to be on Cam Montgomery, his first, team fourth. 21, Rafael Alvarez will check in for the Knights, senior forward from Panama City, Panama. McCray out front. Now Clark in the corner. Three-pointers off the side of the backboard, and that one's going to go Wesleyan's way off the missed rebound. Bulldogs shooting 63% from behind the arc, 7 of 11 for three. Peyton West pacing them with 5 of 6 from behind the arc. Todd Patterson, 2 of 2. Now feed to Rozier from Callahan, just couldn't get a handle on it. It was a good look, missed opportunity there. 8:12 to play here in the first half. Bulldogs have started out on a 10-2 run in the first few minutes and have not looked back. Malone working against Rozier, tries to spin into him. Darius Rozier with just good strength inside, forces him, but they're going to get him for a foul here. Bucket's going to be good, and Rozier's going to pick up his second. It's going to be the team fifth. Lead back to 20. And Malone makes it old-fashioned three-point play. West on the left wing, they're guarding him very close now, not trying to let him get an open shot. Patterson, though, they're going to say he shuffled his feet too quickly. He gets the practice shot off anyway and makes it. So it'll be a side out of bounds coming for the Knights. 7:35 to play in this one. Again, only the men's game. The women have the Saturday afternoon off before they head to Milligan with the men on Tuesday night. That's always a big rivalry game in the AAC. Malone fall away jumper, no good. Montgomery skies for the rebound, pushing the pace. Gets all the way coast to coast, and he'll draw the contact foul. That one's going to be on Ryan Carter, his first, team fourth. So Cam Montgomery to the line, 69% shooter on the season. Averages just over 4 points a game. Number 4, and he makes the first one. Back to a 20-point lead for the Bulldogs. West will come out. And Montgomery makes both of them, and Bulldogs will get number 10, Matthew Kyle, the 6'1 junior guard from Sweetwater, Tennessee, into the ball game. Far side, Malone loses the handle on it. Pride back in there. He'd replaced Rozier. Malone along two, drills it. And Emil Malone has been the offensive weapon for St. Andrews here. And this one that has seemed out of control. Callahan drives into the paint, dishes out to Patterson. Patterson's three off the mark. Ball's tipped around. Montgomery ends up with it, gets the long rebound. Fadeaway 10-footer is good. Montgomery has 4 points already. 2 at the line. 2 right there. Now Malone at the free throw line. He was triple teamed. Shot just short off the front of the rim. Montgomery in transition. Over to Patterson. Back to Montgomery. He'll pass up the three. Gets into the lane. Floater is good. Nice little floater by Cam Montgomery. The Bulldogs take their largest lead of the game. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Now inside, Malone loses it. Montgomery's got it, and that's going to be a jump ball, looks like. It will stay with Tennessee, or it will go Wesleyan's way off the possession arrow change. It's a good job by Montgomery hitting the floor there. That will move the arrow over to the Knights. Montgomery works it to the NAI logo on the far side. Triple high screen. He comes around it. McCray right there with him. Feed into Patterson down low. Patterson's got a size advantage there. Turn around, fadeaway jumper. Comes off the rim. And here come the Knights. Brody Clark left open for three. Missed it. Patterson had the rebound, but it's tipped over to Montgomery. Montgomery gets through 2 defenders. Finds Matthew Kyle in the corner. Kyle up and under. It will go over the backboard, but he'll get another opportunity by shooting some free throws. Matthew Kyle in his second game of the season. Looking to make his first free throw of the season. And that one's off the back iron, no good. Patterson and Pride exit. Wesleyan will get number 2, Kieran Hardrick in. Freshman guard from Deltona, Florida. Matthew Kyle misses that one as well. And number 11, Emmanuel Nandabi from 6'7" sophomore center from Toronto, Canada. McCray, spin move, blocked by Matthew Kyle. Big block there. Now Nandabi battling Taylor, and they're going to get the foul called here on the Bulldogs. Hardrick is going to pick up his first one, team 6th. Alan Taylor at the line. 61% shooter on the season. Drills the first one. 40-18, 4:55 to play. Misses the second one. Into the game, back into the game is Richardson for the Knights. Now a drive by Hardrick is good. Takes it strong down the left side. Nobody could stop him. The Bulldogs in front by 24, their largest of the game. Now block here on McCrae's layup. Bulldogs sniff that one out. Hardrick pushing it over to Montgomery. Euro step into the lane, throws it up off the glass, and it's good. That was a tough bucket by Montgomery, but he laid it up off the glass over the front of the rim. Now Carter, a long two, no good. Rebounds tipped away by Taylor, but they say he stepped on the end line, so Wesleyan will get another sub into the ball game. And kind of expected this coming into today's game. Wesleyan 5-0, St. Andrews 0-5, and Wesleyan has hit the century mark the last two times they've played it, and they're well on their way today. We'll start getting a lot of young guys some experience, and that's number 12, Luke Burrows checks in. 6'1" freshman guard from Benton, Tennessee, played at Polk County High School. Montgomery running the point, gets it to Burrows. Burrows trying to take his defender, back to Montgomery, left open. Montgomery drills it. And the Bulldogs keep lighting it up from outside. 47-18, 29-point lead. Carter trying to drive against Kyle. Up and under, dish outside to Richardson. Back it comes to Brown. He's going to try to take the floater, and he hits it. Offensively, Matthew Kyle with it. Feeds it down low to Nindabi. Sky hook is good. Back in front go the Bulldogs by 29. Need to stop here to push the opportunity to a 30-point lead. Carter with it. Gets it over to Taylor. Now left side Richardson going to try to drill a three. Skied rebound by Hardrick. Now he gets hit hard there, and a good foul call there. Alvarez picks up his first, and that's going to be the 6th team foul, sorry. 6th on St. Andrews. Montgomery with it. Crosses up his defender and gets tripped on the way to the rim. And that one's going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity now. That's Alvarez's second foul in about 30 seconds. So Montgomery back to the line. And Montgomery makes it. There's the 30-point lead for the Bulldogs. And Montgomery another opportunity. Drills that one. Good looking form at the line by the Ooltewah native. They move it right side. Carter trying to get it to the rim, and he's going to draw the foul underneath. So that's going to be a 1-on-1 opportunity. Carter gets his second one. Carter makes the first one. Second one is missed. Taylor gets a big rebound, goes up strong, and he's going to travel with it. Nope. We're going to get Hardrick with his third foul. That's the 8th on Wesleyan. Alan Taylor back to the line. Makes the first one. 51-22 with 2:22 to play. Converts both of them. Montgomery bringing it across midcourt. Hands it off to Matthew Kyle. Feeds it deep into the corner to Hardrick. Bounce pass down low. Now feed to Kyle across the lane. Doesn't get the bounce off the rim. It was a good feed on Ndabi down low. Matthew Kyle's going to get called for the shooting foul. So here down the stretch, Wesleyan committing several fouls. Team ninth. Tavon Richardson at the line. First one rattles in and off the backboard. No good. Callahan back into the game for Montgomery. Another miss there. Taylor gets another offensive board. Goes up strong and gets it. Wesleyan in transition. Hardrick goes up off the right side. No good, but he'll get the whistle. That one's going to be on Taylor, his first, team eighth. It'll be a two-shot foul either way for Hardrick, taking his first free throws of the year. Makes it. Minute 42 showing on the game clock. Short on the rebound. Hardrick gets it off the tip. Gets another opportunity at two shots. And this one's going to be the third on Alvarez, team ninth. So Hardrick at the line. Makes the first one here, just like he did 5 seconds ago. And he misses the second one just like he did. Rebound comes down to Alvarez. He'll clear it out. Brown bringing it across midcourt. Trying to work against Callahan. Drops it back to Taylor. He's going to try to take his defender off the dribble, but can't do it. Alvarez mishandles it and somehow gets it to the rim and scores. Callahan gets the handoff. Feed down low. Back to Callahan. Up and under is good. Nice little give and go action there for the Bulldogs. Dobby with the assist. Missed opportunity there for the Knights. Here comes Callahan again. High screen from Ndabi. Trying to feed it to him. Instead, it'll be Callahan up and off the glass. Pushes Wesleyan's lead back to 30. Taylor works it to the far side of the floor. Now Richardson trying to drive against Burrows. He gets stopped at the high post. And Wesleyan Hardrick's going to pick up his fourth foul. Meriden Hardrick will give him 2 shots on the double bonus. And Hardrick playing tough down the stretch here, but has picked up his 4th foul. Todd Patterson's going to come into the game. I think a little miscommunication on the bench for Wesleyan, but he'll come in. He's playing his team laughing. That might be the only time you see teams laugh with 4 fouls for one of their players. So the Bulldogs, there's about a second differential in game and shot clock. Going to have to wind this one down. Matthew Kyle with it. Loses the handle at midcourt. Dives on it and saves it. And he's going to call a timeout. So the Bulldogs will talk it over real quick with 7.5 remaining. We'll be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. All right, here we go. 7.5 remaining. Bulldogs will have it side out of bounds. Matthew Kyle with it. Gets it into Callahan. Callahan behind the back around a screen from Patterson. Matthew Kyle near corner three at the shot clock buzzer, no good. And so there's a shot clock violation, but there was a difference in the game and shot clock, but I would have imagined they're just going to let everybody go to the locker room. So there should be 1.5. 1.5 on the, yep, they're going to put 1.5 back on the game clock. And so it's going to be a quick timeout right here by Coach Hernandez. He wants to talk it over. We'll be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. .5 remaining here in halftime. They pulled both teams back to the floor. 57-29 the lead for the Bulldogs. Inbounds comes to Brown, and that will take us to the half where the Bulldogs are in front by 28. They've led by as many as 31, but they will take that big lead into the locker room, make a few adjustments, but one of those will not be having to worry about the outside shooting. 57% behind the arc. We'll be back on the Bulldog Digital Network in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the Bulldog Digital Network. Appreciate you tuning in on this Saturday afternoon for this single header. Women are not in action, get a Saturday off before they head to Milligan on Tuesday. But some first half stats to look at real quick for you. For St. Andrews, they are 0 of 7 behind the arc, 11 of 33 for 33% from the field, 7 of 14, 50% from the charity stripe. They have had 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 6 turnovers, and committed 9 fouls. On the other side for the Bulldogs, they shot 21 of 33 from the field, 63%, 8 of 14, 57.1% from behind the arc, and 63%, 7 of 11 from the charity stripe. They had 24 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and only 4 turnovers. And St. Andrews gets on the board first to start the second half here. On the Bulldog Digital Network. Wesleyan with the ball out front. Webb with it. Webb, Pride. This one goes between the legs of Kobe Pride on the low feed from Jonathan Webb. Mayberry, Tyler, and West. Peyton West lighting it up from outside in the first half. He's got 15 points to lead all scorers, followed closely by Cameron Montgomery with 13 points. Leading rebounder is Montgomery as well with 6 rebounds to his credit, and then several at 3 apiece. And so that's a offensive foul. Moving screen there on Richardson, his second. Team first of the half. Ray Tyler feed down low to Mayberry on the cut. Finding Peyton West. He's open for a 3 if he can keep it going. And this one, he airballs to the right from the corner. Richardson pushing it up the floor. Gets it over to Brody Clark, who starts the second half. Webb gets his hand in the passing lane. Steals it, him and Ray Tyler. Webb. The oop doesn't work, and this one will go out of bounds off of St. Andrews. Thought we were going to see a nice little highlight reel play right there. So the inbounds comes to Wesleyan. Feed down low to Mayberry. Mayberry working across the lane. A little sky hook is good, and Wesleyan gets their first points of the half. Moves it back to a 30-point lead. McCray inside spin. Malone out there with him. Now Brody Clark has to reach to get it. Blocked out of bounds by Peyton West from behind. Good defense there by Peyton. Inbounds to Malone. He had a hot hand for him in the first half. He had 11 points to lead their team in scoring. Missed shot off the mark. Richardson gets a rebound. Pride takes it away from him, but Richardson ends up with it again. Now here's a floater by Alvarez, no good. And they're going to get Mayberry for the foul on Wesleyan. His first, team first of the half. So it'll be underneath Brody Clark to inbound it, gets it to Alvarez. Malone out front, guarded by Pride. Pride right there with him. Avoids a couple of spin moves. Hook shot no good, and Pride battles for the rebound and gets it out to Ray Tyler. It comes. Tyler up the near side of the floor, gets through 2, double team behind the back pass to Kobe Pride. He gets tied up trying to get the shot off. Then trying to roll it to Webb. It's intercepted by Richardson. So a couple of plays here. The Bulldogs just not as crisp on in the second half, which they did start decently slow in the first half before they started rattling off some deep runs. Kobe Pride misses the long jumper. Now inside Malone. He's going to get fouled on the bucket. Shot does not fall, but Kobe Pride's going to pick up his second. Actually, they got that as Kobe's third. So I missed one somewhere, but Malone is at the line. Second trip there today. Makes the first one. 59-32 the score. And he converts both of them. Brody Clark picks up his first foul, team second of the half. So Wesleyan will have it into the front court. Webb, layup on the left side is good. Got past Malone off an off-ball screen. Now we got another foul underneath. This one's going to be on Peyton West. His first, team third. This is something Coach Stone doesn't want to see his team get into. There's a little bit of foul trouble late and make this one last a lot longer. Peyton West with the rebound off the miss by Malone. He'll push the pace. Goes backdoor feed to Jonathan Webb. Never had control of it, so it wasn't a travel. Gets the lay-in. 32-point lead, the largest of the game for the Bulldogs. Malone, big offensive board and a putback inside. Cuts right back into the Bulldog lead. Feed inside. Malone's going to get called for the hold there. That's his second. And correction, that's his third. Now inside, Mayberry gets the lay-in off the inbounds play. McCray around the screen from Malone. Trying to take Ray Tyler, spins. Pride helps out, but he's going to get fouled. They're going to count the bucket. And they're going to get Ray Tyler with that foul. That's his second, so the bucket is good. 65-37, 15:51 to play. And McCray is at the line. 66% shooter on the season, 23rd in the conference on that category. He's 0 for 2 today, make that 0 for 3. Mayberry trying to get the rebound. He's finally able to chase it down. Just over 4 minutes played here in the second half. And both teams have put up 8 points here in the second half. West gets it over to Ray Tyler. Skip pass to Pride. Pride on the wing working against Alan Taylor and loses the handle. Bulldogs have had several turnovers here in the second half, and now they're going to get another foul on Tennessee Wesleyan. This one's going to be on Jonathan Webb, his first. That's a fifth for the Bulldogs. Wesleyan had 4 turnovers in the first half. They're already at 7 here. 4.5 minutes into the second half. Richardson makes the first free throw. Bulldog lead down to 29. And both of them are good for Richardson. Full court pressure being shown by the Knights. Now feed inside. Webb trying to drive, and he's going to get fouled. That one's going to be on Alan Taylor, his second. Team fourth. So a lot of whistles here in the second half have slowed the pace of this ball game. Webb at the line. 12th in the conference in free throw percentage, 61.1. And commentators curse right there talking about his stats. Misses the front end. Makes the second one. 29-point game. Make that 27-point game as McCray knocks down the baseline jumper. Webb far wing with it. Skip pass up to West. Now it comes near side to Ray Tyler. Back to West. It goes off his foot. Pride mishandles it. Brody Clark in transition. And Pride blocks him from behind, and then it goes out of bounds off of Richardson's head. Clark tried to create the contact there against Pride, but Kobe was able to stay strong and then even try to block it. Now West going all the way in. Layup on the right side is too short as he hits the deck. And Alan Taylor will clear it out to Brody Clark. Clark working against Tyler. They'll move it around the perimeter to the far side. McCray going for another baseline jumper, and that's his second that he's knocked down from over there in a row. West gets it over to Ray Tyler. Now feed into Pride. Pride loses the handle on it, and the Bulldogs, well, they're going to say it stays with Wesleyan off of St. Andrews. Bulldogs have already tied their first half stat on turnovers with 4, 8 total for the game. Now Mayberry gets the inbounds. Nobody was there with him. Easiest bucket he has had all afternoon. Easier than the one he had just moments ago. It'll be out of bounds to St. Andrews. McCray gets it into Brody Clark. McCray back up top of the key. Shot clock down to 8. 3 up by Brody Clark. No good. Alan Taylor gets a big rebound. Pride blocks it. Tipped up by Webb into the hands of Brody Clark, though. And Kobe Pride has picked up his 4th foul. Or no, Peyton West, sorry. He's going to pick up his 2nd. Bulldogs 6th. And Brody Clark at the line. Short on the front end of that one. 83% shooter on the season. Rozier, Patterson, and Montgomery back for the Bulldogs. Pride and Mayberry and West will take a breather. And Clark makes the second one. And St. Andrews is going to take it timeout. After that one, we'll be right back on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, 24-point lead for the Bulldogs. As we are still 13 minutes to go in this one. Montgomery running the point. Man-to-man defense being shown by the Knights. Feed to Patterson off the high post screen from Rozier. Gets it out to Montgomery. Montgomery's shot is blocked and he hits the deck, and they're going to call the foul on Clark. His second, team fifth. So Montgomery back to the line. First one is good. I think Wesleyan's, at least the players, are trying to that century mark once again. Montgomery does that as they hit the 70-point mark. McCray calling out the signal. Wesleyan showing a 2-3 zone. McCray gets open on the left side of the lane, missed it. Taylor gets the big rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. It will go the Bulldogs' way. Montgomery with the ball. Ray Tyler, they had him open if they had hit him full court. Now Patterson out front with it, passes it off to Rozier, and he moves it further to Montgomery to Ray Tyler, inside to Patterson. Skip pass out to Webb for three. Finally, the Bulldogs hit another three. 73-44. Far side, Clark with it. Skip pass near side, it comes to Richardson. His three to match doesn't work. And here comes Ray Tyler pushing the pace. Gets it up to Rozier, back to Montgomery before he sails out of bounds. The Bulldogs will reset. Left side, Patterson with it. Richardson hand in his face, couldn't get the shot up. Now he's calling for it inside. Patterson looking, skip past to Rozier, far corner three is good. Back-to-back threes for the Bulldogs. But then there's a match from St. Andrews. Ray Tyler out front, that triple high screen by the Bulldogs. Inside, Patterson's defender overplayed it. Gets the easy lay-in off the nice bounce pass from Ray Tyler. Inside, Alan Taylor missed it. Gets his own board in the putback, but missed that one. He'll get the whistle, though. And that one's going to be on Rozier, his third. And the seventh for Wesleyan. So St. Andrews will be in the 1-1 for the next 10:45. Unless the Bulldogs foul three more times, which would put them in the double bonus. Taylor makes the first one. Back in is Malone. Taylor misses that one. Montgomery, second leading scorer for Wesleyan. Well, him and West are tied at 15 points apiece. Webb at 13. Could have a chance to tie them or even take it by one. Kick ball by Malone. That kick ball violation by Malone gives Wesleyan a fresh 20 on the reset. Inbounds comes to Montgomery. Malone tries to get through the double team screen up top. Out to Ray Tyler. Ray Tyler's going to take a big three. Too strong off the backside rebound. Pulled in by Taylor. Now Malone on the offensive end. We'll get them to the 50-point mark. Midway through the second half. Feed down low to Rozier. Rozier back to the basket. Trying to sky hook it against Taylor, and too strong. To the opposite side of the backboard it goes. Bounce pass between the legs back to Malone. Three-pointer is up, no good. Ball's tipped around. Ray Tyler, comes away with it. Now Montgomery gets fouled hard, and that one's going to go up and over the backboard. No call. And so it'll send it the Knights' way. A 29-point game. Number 12, Sincere Clark, checks back in for Taylor. Alan Taylor. 8:51 to play in this one. Patterson running the point here. Ray Tyler, left wing. Three-pointer by Rozier is no good. Rebound there by Clark. Clears it out to McCray. McCray takes a layup on the left side, no good. Rebound by Sincere Clark. He gets the putback. Patterson down low. Goes up strong, and he's going to get fouled there. This one will be against Sincere Clark. It's his first, team sixth. And Patterson will step to the line for the Bulldogs. 33% shooter on the season, has not had many opportunities. Makes the first one. Wesleyan is going to get Ndabi and Callahan back into the ball game. 8:07 to play. And Patterson converts both. Two-three zone still being shown by the Bulldogs. Three is up by Richardson, but he gets fouled on it. He'll have 3 free throws coming his way as Montgomery's going to pick up his second foul. Donnie Mayfield, athletic director, bring me a bag of popcorn to the press box. Shout out to Donnie, best popcorn in the AAC. I'll go ahead and say it. James L. Robb here. Richardson's missed both of the first two. He'll have a third here. 7:52 remaining in this AAC matchup. And he does get that one to roll in. Montgomery calling it out. Now Patterson directing it. Back to Montgomery, back to Patterson. Touch pass out to Callahan for three. He's got it. Callahan hits the three. Wesleyan at 86. And then answered right back with a three of their own is Alvarez. Missed shot there, and then Dobby comes down with it, and they're going to get a foul underneath. And that's Malone, his fourth. Now Wesleyan will be in a 1-on-1 bonus. Alvarez will check out. Taylor back in. And Dumby at the line. First attempts on the season. Missed the front end of the 1-on-1, so the rebound will go to St. Andrews. McCray trying to get it out. Now loses the handle. Able to regain it and get the baseline jumper, but it doesn't fall for him. Ray Tyler battles him for the rebound and Quick pass up to Callahan, going to take on Malone. Malone with 4 fouls, couldn't do anything there. And it's back to a 30-point game, 6:40 to play. Richardson feeds it to high post to Taylor. Skip pass out to Malone for a triple. Malone missed it. It's tipped up. Patterson gets the rebound. Clears it out to Montgomery. Up to Callahan in transition. Up and under, and that one's blocked by Malone. Malone was waiting on it. Callahan trying to bait him a little bit, but it didn't work. Burrows will check in. He'll give Ray Tyler a breather. 6:20. So it'll be Callahan to key it in for the Bulldogs. Gets it into Burrows. Burrows has to regain it, control. Now Montgomery with it, working against McCray. A couple of hand checks going on by both players. Feed inside. Ndombi with it, now out to Patterson. Patterson loses it back from Ndombi. 3-pointer by Ty Patterson is airballed. Richardson with the backside rebound, under 6 to play. Now McCray drills a 3 from the far side. 88-61. 5:45 to play. Patterson out front. Him and Montgomery, the veterans on this squad out there currently, as Callahan misses the 3. Transition, Callahan intercepts the pass. Gets back on defense very well. Dobby at the free throw line. Ball's tipped around and over to Taylor. And another missed opportunity for the Bulldogs. 5:12 to go. This one never in doubt for Tennessee Wesleyan from the get-go. Looking to make it 5 in a row against the Knights. Now Callahan sends this one to the bleachers. Deflects the pass. Buddy Clark coming back into the game. He'll replace Richardson. Buddy Clark will inbound it. Gets it into Malone. Malone looking to get it back to Clark. He does. Shot clock down to 3. So that'll be a turnover on the shot clock violation by the Knights. Montgomery signals it out. Tries to get by McCray, and he's just going to lose the ball out of bounds off his own foot. A lot of contact by McCray, but no whistle on that one. You're probably not going to get that call a lot of times when you're up by 27. McCray's got Montgomery on him tightly. A screen from Clark, moving a little bit, but they don't call it. Clark back to the basket, working against Burrows. Sky hook, no good. Ball is tipped up, it's on the ground. Burrows comes away with it for the Bulldogs. Montgomery's going to slow it down. Flip it over to Patterson. Right here, Wesleyan trying to run through a couple of sets. Burrows gets it. 3-pointer is open and good for Luke Burrows. Burrows gets in on the action, and the Bulldogs are closing in on that century mark. Now they're going to get a foul on the baseline by Tennessee Wesleyan. We'll get him on the block. That's Montgomery. His 3rd and team 9th. McCray makes the first one, 91-62. Hardrick returns. Patterson will exit. And McCray makes both of them, 91-63. Kieran Hardrick to the left side. Montgomery bringing it up the floor. Hardrick calling for it. He's got Malone on him. It's a tough physical matchup right there. Matthew Kyle back at the scores table for the Bulldogs. Burrows now inside, flips it back out to Callahan. He's got to regain control of it, and he'll back it up with 7 to shoot. High screen. Callahan trying to create off the dribble, throws up a prayer, but he'll get the whistle to bail him out. That one's going to be on Alan Taylor, his third, team 8th. So Callahan will stroll to the line, a chance to get into double figures right here. Callahan's first trip there today. Makes the first one. Kyle will enter for Montgomery. 3:23 to play. Callahan into double figures. Now at 11. And he'll be the one guarding McCray. And this one sails through the hands of Malone. Kyle ends up with it. 3-on-2 break. Feed over to Callahan. Layup too hard. Burrows had the rebound knocked out of his hands. Now Clark in transition. He's going to lose it. Steps out of bounds. And 3:01. Wesleyan still with a 30-point lead here. 5 players in double figures. Montgomery and West with 15. Patterson and Webb with 13. And Callahan with 11. Mayberry at 8 if he could have knocked down. Well, he didn't even attempt a 3, but this one is going to be on Alan Taylor. His 4th foul, 9th team foul. Coach Hernandez wanted a no call on that one, said his defender was straight up. But Callahan a chance to get to it 13 at the most, 12 if he can make the first one. Missed that one. So Callahan's second is in. 31-point lead for the Bulldogs once again. McCray with Callahan right on him. McCray's tough shot, no good. Burrows pulls down another board. Callahan running the point over to Burrows. Burrows with the 3 over the defender, no good. Ball's tipped up into the hands of Malone. And here comes Clark with it, right side. Malone top of the key, feed down low to Clark. Sincere Clark with a hook shot over Burrows, no good. Callahan pulls it down. Callahan looking, tries to shovel pass it inside, but this one is off of Wesleyan, so it'll go the other way. 2:06 to play, 94-63. Wesleyan on the verge of their 6th win of the season. They've won all 6 of them outside of the 2 exhibition games that don't count. Backdoor feed to Brody Clark. He makes a nice little reverse layup. 1:45 to play. Callahan gets overplayed. Feed over to Hardrick is tipped, so he has to move closer to get it. Now he loses the handle on it. Breakaway for Brody Clark here off the feed. Blocked by Matthew Kyle. And a rebound by Luke Burrows, and this one goes out of bounds off of McCray. They switched that call. They said it went off of Burrows, but it definitely rolled off of McCray's foot. So with 1:28 to play, Bulldogs 6 points away from that century mark. I know these guys are eyeing it, and the guys on the bench are trying to get them there. 1:22 to play. Burrows inside, 15-footer. Little contact, maybe Ndabi with a big rebound. Hardrick passes up the 3. Goes in and makes the layup over a cutting Taylor. 96-65. Callahan guarding McCray very tightly. Taylor at the high post, gets it to Brody Clark. Clark driving, loses the ball, but he's going to get the foul. That one's going to be on Luke Burrows, his first, and that's a 10th on the Bulldogs. So Brody Clark at the line. Second trip there today, 1 for 2 earlier. Misses this one, 51.2 remaining. Wesleyan has knocked down 13 three-pointers on the day. Rebound by Hardrick. Burrows has it up the left side of the floor. Now this one's deflected, trying to lob it over to Hardrick. Bounce pass back to Clark. Clark missed it and just throws it into the rim, but he'll get the whistle on Luke Burrows. So 39 seconds remaining, and Wesleyan doesn't look like they are going to hit the century mark here. Can't imagine that Coach Stone's going to tell them to pressure it any, but they will have to at least shoot it as Clark makes the first one here. 30-point lead. Misses the second one. Now they're going to get it stolen away from behind. McCray with it down the floor. Layup on the right side is good. Wesleyan not trying to foul there. They do not have to shoot it again. So they're just going to hold this one. St. Andrews not trying to foul, and Wesleyan is just going to play keep away as the final 10 seconds tick off of the clock here. They're going to come out victorious. 96-68. So a big win for the Bulldogs to stay perfect on the season. And they go to 5-0 inside the conference, 4-0 here at home, and of course have won 6 straight games for themselves against St. Andrews, who drops to 0-6 overall. 0-6 inside the conference, and of course their 6th losing game in a row. But Bulldogs do it in convincing fashion, building a lead up in the first half, led by as many as 31 in the first half. Kind of stayed in that mid-20s mark most of the game on the leads before taking the 28-point lead into the locker room at the half. But they end up winning this one by 28. So both teams even in the second half at 39 points apiece, as Wesleyan walks away the winner in this Appalachian Athletic Conference matchup. We'll take a short break here. Stay here on the Bulldog Digital Network. We'll run down some post-game stats for you and see if Coach Ray Stone will join us here on the Bulldog Digital Network. Back in just a few moments. Back here on the Bulldog Digital Network, where the Bulldogs come out victorious 96-68. They do it with a great day of shooting behind the arc, well above their season average of 36, which is third in the conference. They shoot 52% from behind the arc, 13 of 25, making 5 more in the second half compared to the 8 they made in the first half. For the Knights, they shoot 35% from the field, 24 of 68, 18%, 3 of 16 from behind the arc, 17 of 32, 53% from the free throw line. The Bulldogs, again, 33 of 61, 54% from the field. That'll keep them in first place in the conference. 13 of 25, shooting 52% behind the arc, 15 of 22, 68%, so still some room to improve on the free throw shooting. They did have 13 turnovers. They had 4 of them in the first half, 9 in the second half. St. Andrews was able to get 12 points off of those 13, but Wesleyan got 14 points off of the 14 turnovers by St. Andrews, as Coach Ray Stone has now joined us here in the post game. And Coach, never in doubt for your team. A lot of guys getting a lot of minutes today that gaining some experience, I'll say, and just an all-around good team win once again like it was on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's good to get everybody out in the game. You can't always do that every game. We came out focused, and we were making some shots and gave us a good little lead, and that's the only way those other guys can get better is getting experience and getting some playing time.
It seemed like the 3-ball was working very well for you all in the first half, lighting it up. Peyton West, been an outstanding addition to this ball club this year. He came out, and I think he hit his first 5 in the first half, so big day for him behind the arc as well. And as a team, I think one number that keeps impressing me with this team through the couple of games I've called so far, 23 assists on 33 made buckets. That's a lot of team ball right there.
Yeah, and that's what we try to make our identity, sharing the basketball, like I said before, and creating for others and giving them the best shot that they can get.
It seemed like St. Andrews kind of got a little bit of a rhythm when they went to their bench, a couple of big guys that came in and got something, but your guys were able to kind of withstand anything they were kind of throwing at you.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to give up, and they've had a long week just like we have too. And it's different being on the road. They were at Reinhardt the other night, and then come here and play us. So it's just one of those things that you have to battle, and we'll have to face it later on this season.
Yep. Yeah, that is their 5th straight road game that they have had. By my records, that may be incorrect, but the 5 straight road games, that's a tough stretch for anybody. So you get a big win today here at home, convincing win, 28-point win. You got Milligan on Tuesday night. How do you go ahead and approach and look towards Milligan?
Well, we're going to get some rest. We had 3 games each last 2 weeks. So I was proud of the way the guys responded. Surprised we had a little bit left in the tank. It was also good to have Ty come out tonight and kind of get going because he had been out for the last few games. But we got film. We'll watch and see who Milligan plays today and get prepared for them. It'll be another tough battle on the road with a well-coached team.
That's always an interesting matchup. I know you, a longtime assistant for Coach Poe, he always liked to beat Milligan, and I know that's probably still, it rings true with former players. I know that would be the same with you as a former player, but it will be a good test for your boys coming up. So, well, Coach, we appreciate joining us once again. It seems like it was just yesterday. It was Thursday we talked. But another great team win this ball club, and a lot of additions that you all have added this year that seem to just be fitting right in and letting it go.
So, well, thank you. I appreciate it very much, and see you soon.
All right, Coach. All right. Appreciate it. So Coach Ray Stone pleased with his team once again. They shot the ball really well, and not to take anything away from St. Andrews, they have been a great program. They're just on a tough slide of late, but Wesleyan capitalizes on it, doesn't get stuck in what you would classify as a trap game. They do out-rebound them by 3, 44-41, 7 offensive, 37 defensive for the Bulldogs. And as I mentioned, 23 assists. That's a huge number for the Bulldogs. I was trying to look and see if there's anything as record-wise, but not seeing that would classify as a record, as one individual had 20 assists back in the day in a game. Terry Mason back in the 79-80 season. So shout out to Terry Mason on that stat there. 20 assists in one game is outstanding. Looking at the individual scoring, leading all scorers, it was Emil Malone with 17 points for the Knights, 13 by Garrett McCray, 10 points for Alan Taylor. And then Brody Clark had 8 points as well. Leading rebounder was Taylor with 13, so a double-double to his credit. Bulldogs do not have anybody in the double-double category, but they've got 2 players at 15. That's Cam Montgomery. He was 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 behind the arc, 6 of 6 at the line with 7 rebounds and 1 assist. 15 points by Peyton West. He was 5 of 9 from the field, all of them coming behind the arc where he did miss 2, so 5 of 7 there with 1 rebound, 1 assist. And then 2 at 13 points apiece. That'd be Ty Patterson. In his return, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 behind the arc, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists for the big man. So 13 points also by Jonathan Webb, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 behind the arc, and 2 of 3 on the free throw line, along with 2 rebounds. 12 points by Zaylen Callahan, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from behind the arc, and 3 of 4. So that is a career high for Callahan there on the 12 points, 2 rebounds as well. Elisha Mayberry with 8 points, perfect from the field, 4 of 4 to go along with 5 rebounds, 1 assist. 6 points by Carrington Hardrick, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe, 4 rebounds. 5 points by Darius Rozier to go along with 3 assists. 3 points by Luke Burrows and 2 rebounds, 1 assist. 2 points by Ray Tyler, 2 points by Emmanuel Ndabi, and then Matthew Kyle coming in had an assist there. Kobe Pride had no points but 4 rebounds and 2 assists. He was got into some foul trouble there early on, so kind of limited him what he could do. So that'll wrap up our broadcast here from James L. Robb. And the next broadcast we will plan to do is November 30th, where Point University comes to town. So team will be on, both teams on the road next Tuesday at Milligan. So if you're up in the Tri-Cities area, go check out the Lady Bulldogs and Bulldogs on the road. Cheer them on from Milligan University up there. They'd love to have a good Bulldog faithful crowd, but then they will take a break over Thanksgiving and come back against Point on the Wednesday following Thanksgiving. So we'll have that broadcast for you here on the Bulldog Digital Network. I want to thank Coach Stone for joining us, Sports Information Director Chris Berry, providing the stats for us today. And, as always, our Athletic Director Donnie Mayfield, who delivered the popcorn to the booth. So appreciate Donnie today. A little mid-afternoon snack for me. But for the Bulldog Digital Network, where the Bulldogs win at 96-68, this is Jared Wright. Have a good day.